I love my family though. Whatever happens, I love it. Like my nana is my favorite family member. Nana Mo. That's short for Maureen, not Mohammed. You're only just like coming out with shit. I love my nana, yeah, but she talks some proper shit. She's got this thing in her head now about like how our generation are really sensitive. I'm like, whatever, but she makes it personal. She's like, Khalid, it's your generation. You're so sensitive. I'm like, Nana, your generation fainted watching The Exorcist. I watched 2 Girls, 1 Cup in high school. What are you going to tell me? I'll send you a link. I don't know, mate. Like I love them, yeah, but I was happy to get away. I left to go to uni. I went to study archaeology, like digging up bones and all that. I thought it was cool. I was chatting to a girl in uni, like at a party, thinking I'm cool. She's like, "Oh, what do you study?" I'm like, "Archaeology." She's like, "Wow, that is so cool." I was like, "Yeah, it is." She goes, "I don't even know where you would begin designing a building." I was like, shit. I'm not gonna lie, guys, like that opportunity doesn't come along very often for me. So I just pretended to be an architect. It's like making shit up, like you just made the blueprints, I don't know what happens then. People ask me like, why did you choose archaeology? And sometimes I'll be like, oh, you know, I think to understand the present and the future, we have to understand the past. It's bollocks. You can tell it's bollocks, right? I'll tell you guys the truth, yeah, why I chose archaeology, right? So when I was doing my A-levels, I was doing like, you know, the UCAS stuff, like the application for uni. Now, I'm lazy, so instead of doing that, I just got really high and I watched Indiana Jones. And I thought, that looks sick. you just steal stuff and punch Nazis? I can do both of those things. And then there's a debate recently, wasn't there, about like, should you punch a Nazi? Like, do you remember that kid put an egg on the politician's head the other week? And then someone before that got punched on YouTube, and it's like, oh, and people are coming out like, oh, you should never use violence. Can I just buy a chair? Don't feel any pressure, but just buy a chair. Like, who thinks that it's okay to punch a Nazi? Yeah! Thank you. We should all punch Nazis. We used to shoot them. Remember that shit? I think it's fine to punch a Nazi. Then again, I think it's fine to punch someone who gets in your lift and only goes up 1 floor. So maybe I'm the problem. Another reason I chose archaeology, right, is because I'm too poor to afford a holiday, and they send you places. It's true. So I got to go, my university, they sent me to South America, they sent me to the Middle East, and I went to Africa, I went to Uganda. I went to Kampala, which is the capital of Uganda, right? And speaking of Nazis, you're like, what's going on? Speaking of Nazis, I went in the bank, right, to change some money in Kampala. This is the first day I'm there. The guy working behind the counter in the bank is wearing a T-shirt with a swastika on it. I thought, you won't get that in your local NatWest. Because in England, obviously, a guy like that would be much higher up in banking. Running shit.